Awakening the sun within. This will be about the art of self-regulation guided by your creative intelligence, which creates foundations for energetic living. Welcome, I'm Mataji. This is the Kundalini Sanctuary, and it's Monday, Moon Day. So it is an important day for us to practice introspective and beautiful practices that give you that sense of what the moon, lunar energy, the receptive, very creative energy can bring. Perfect day to practice Qigong. All right, so what I'd like to do today is to have a little bit of a lecture prior to getting started. The first thing that I invite you to do is to just consider what's an intention or perhaps a few intentions for engaging in your practice today, because I feel it's always aspect of why are you practicing? What is your higher intention of your practice? Obviously, maybe it's just something very basic. I just need to relax, or I need to just take a break and unplug. Okay, those are great intentions, but maybe there's a bigger purpose to your intention today, such as I really wish to relax and create a broad field of deep relaxation that others will respond to in a very meaningful way. World peace, maybe. I mean, that's a big one. No more hunger in the world. I mean, there's all kinds of very big global themes that we can certainly focus on and put our intention towards. But I personally feel that focusing locally always works best. So do what is manageable as far as what your intentions are, and just focusing on yourself from a local perspective. And then, you have the understanding and the awareness that you're broadcasting this globally. You are. So just sit with that for just a moment or two. As you inhale, feel the vibration of Sat. As you exhale, feel the vibration of Nam. You're bringing in this frequency of truth. Inhaling, the belly expands. Your whole body and being expands on the inhale. On the exhale, you feel a sense of lengthening. Lengthening upward, lengthening downward. Releasing what no longer is serving you and bowing to that. Sat, you're bringing in more energy and awareness of truth. Your authenticity. The truth of you. A few more breaths, just engaging and relaxing, coming into the present moment. And we'll create the sounds of Om. And the sounds of Om are going to resonate within you as you are a temple. And you resonate this sound of Om that's coming from every cell, and it broadcasts all around you. Om. We'll bring our pitch a little higher and call to peace with Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Beautiful. There is an intelligence within the non-physical aspect of who we are. We can access this full design of who we are and how we are and what we are through this intelligence. We can call this intelligence the Holy Spirit, the Christ consciousness, pure consciousness, the great mystery, These are just some of the names that have been given to this intelligence, to this highly, highly creative intelligence. The Tao's perspective is the Wuji. So we are today going to dive into the energetic anatomy through this Wuji awareness. And through our practice of working with the chi, the prana, the kundalini, all the sense of energy that is available to us to, with awareness, navigate and dance with, we can begin to relate to how this energy flows through our body and literally the alchemy that takes place between the external circumstances engaging with the design of our being. Because that's the dance of us as humans into this reality of 3D that we're in now, is how do we dance with that? And how do we elevate into the higher dimensional realms, 5D, 7D, 9D? We have access to that now. This is a co-creation. This is an evolutionary experience that we are co-creating together. I'd like to look now at the organ systems through a creative cycle perspective. So the cycle of creation through the 5 major organ systems is a oneness, and it's represented in the symbol of Yin and Yang. The Yang organs are more storing, open, and allowing this movement of Yang energy. Yin organs are more nourishing and processing, and they harvest and make sure that this energy moves and circulates. So they both Yang, allowing the movement, and Yin, making sure it moves and circulates. They both very much are in dynamic balance together. One does not exist without the other. The Yin and the Yang. In the Hatha perspective, we observe this as sun and moon, Hatha. Sun, Hatha, moon. We observe it, relate to it in that perspective. In the Kundalini perspective, we acknowledge and relate to it through the Ida and the Pingala. The Ida is the feminine and the Pingala is the masculine. And we relate to those energies as the outlying energies that frame the Shushumna, the central channel of energy where the chi flows, the prana flows, and where the Kundalini rises from. Let's get into this a little bit more from the perspective of Chinese medicine. So heart is the yin organ. Small intestines is the yang organ. The heart element is fire. The virtue is order. The acquirement that we receive from society is an overjoy. There's an overseeking in our societal norm. Amusement parks, attracting attention through excitement and stimulation. The element of fire produces ashes, which gathers into earth. So the spleen is the yin organ, and the stomach is the yang organ. And in this partnership, we can include the pancreas. The spleen is thought of in Chinese medicine as the mother energy, which brings the experience of trust. The spleen brings us the red blood cells to distribute the nutrients. The counter energy of this is worry. Earth allows metal to gather. The lungs are yin, and the integration is the virtue of alchemy with gas in the lungs. And the acquired info that we gather is grief and sadness. And we are naturally designed to hold sadness, and the grief is an aspect of sadness. Grieving is an aspect of sadness, and it's very much prevalent in the lungs and in the heart. We can use that feeling to alchemize it into pure fuel. So the yin is lungs, and the yang organ is the large intestine. These are the pairs that go together within this metal aspect. And as all of this gathers moisture, it becomes water element of the yin kidney and the wisdom of fear and loneliness. Fear in particular is a wisdom generating conscious feeling. The yang organ is bladder. The wood element is liver, and we've just entered into spring. And the element of spring is wood, and the organ is liver. The gallbladder is the yang. So these two are in tandem together, the yin and the yang, the liver and the gallbladder. And what these brings are the virtues of kindness, tolerance, compassion. And any acquired sense of knowledge can also bring impatience and frustration. So then the wood feeds the fire, and the cycle continues. Remember, that was the first element that I gave you. The heart is, the element is fire. Yin and small intestines is yang. So it's full cycle, the yin and the yang of infinity.